at the mirror on the wall, waiting for the sky to start to fall, picking at the details of your face, thinking that you're taking up the space. But I see galaxies inside your blink, deeper than the ocean or the ink. You tell me that you wanna rearrange, but there is nothing that I wanna change. So when the question hangs inside the air, do I look okay standing there? I've got the answer ready in my chest. Why would you paint over a masterpiece? I'm begging you to let the worries cease. You're the original, the one of one, brighter than the center of the sun. If perfection is the thing you chase, you're standing in the winner's place. Don't break the mold, don't shift the frame. I love you every way you write your name. I could kiss you till the day is done, the only battle that I ever won. You hate the sound of happiness you make, but that's the risk that I am gonna take. I'll tell you every minute, every hour, until you recognize your own power. Stay exactly in the simple lane, you don't have to bargain with the pain. You ask me once, I'll say it twice, I'm rolling double on the dice. You are the diamond in the rough, being you is more than just enough. Why would you paint over a masterpiece? I'm begging you to let the worries cease. You're the original, the one of one, brighter than the center of the sun. If perfection is the thing you chase, you're standing in the winner's place. Don't break the mold, don't shift the frame. I love you every way you write your name. Masterpiece, one of one, write your name. Sunlight hitting on the messy sheets, the noise of the city and the morning streets. You're waking up and pushing back your hair. It's tangled up, but I don't really care. You hide your face inside the pillowcase, trying to disappear without a trace. But the morning glow is sitting on your skin, better than movie stars have ever been. You trace the lines beside your eyes, apologizing for your size, but I'm just listening to the sound. Please don't touch the settings on the screen. You're the best thing that I've ever seen. Leave the filter off, leave the makeup down. You don't need to fix the little frown. I love the glitch, I love the grain, I love the sunshine and the rain. Baby, put the edit in. You're perfect in the raw today. You hate the way the camera catches you, but honestly you haven't got a clue. That little laugh you try to hold inside is like a roller coaster on a ride. I listen to it on a loop for hours, better than a garden full of flowers. So when you ask me if the outfit works, I'm looking at the magic and the crooks. You trace the lines beside your eyes, apologizing for your sight. Please don't touch the settings on the screen. You're the best thing that I've ever seen. Leave the filter off, leave the makeup down. You don't need to fix the little frown. I love the glitch, I love the grain, I love the cloud, I'll shut the blinds and lock the door. You don't have to battle anymore. Just a candle on the wooden shelf. You can finally be yourself. When the stars are hidden by the gray, you've had a really jagged day, I'll stay awake until the dawn. I'll build a safe house for your heart, keep the angry world apart. I'll take the pressure and the sting, I'll listen to everything. I walk 1,000 miles of broken glass just to let the shadow pass. I'm doing everything I can to make you understand. I know you're standing on the fence line, waiting for a supernatural sign. But I've been certain from the start. I memorized the rhythm of your heart. I'd brave the hunger and the cold just to have a hand to hold. There isn't any price I wouldn't pay to wash the doubt away. Storms are messy on the street, knocking people off their feet, but I'm a statue in the wind, waiting for you to let me in. I'll build a safe house for your heart, keep the angry world apart. I'll take the pressure and the sting, I'll listen to everything. I walk 1,000 miles of broken glass just to let the shadow pass. I'm doing everything I can to make you understand. Make you understand. Safe house, broken glass. Closet doors are open wide, you're tossing fabric to the side. Perfume linger in the air, running fingers through your hair. You turn around and bite your lip, hands resting on your hip, checking the reflection in the glass, waiting for the doubt to pass. You ask me if the outfit works. I love the shyness and the quirks. You don't need to second guess. Baby, you don't even have to try. You catch the light like a firefly, standing there in the bedroom glow. You're the only thing I need to know. I'm capturing the moment in my head before we leave the comfort of the bed. Yeah, hey, you don't even have to try. Lighting up the sky, walking through the crowded space. I see the envy on their face. They're wondering how a guy like me got lucky with the royalty. You squeeze my hand and lean in close, checking if I'm okay. I suppose I'm floating on a happy cloud, just being with you in the crowd. The party fades, the music dies. I got a heavy set of eyes. You take the keys without a word, the sweetest sound I ever heard. Turn out the light, 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 light. Firefly, light, 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 light. Have to try, light, 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 light. Firefly, light, light, light. button and reset the clock. I'm stepping out from underneath the rock. The static signal's finally tuning in. I'm wondering exactly where I've been. Your face was focused in the camera lens, the point where every single story ends. I didn't know the colors were so bright until you switched on every single light. It takes a little while to process this, the mathematics of a morning kiss. I'm slow to catch the rhythm of the beat. I'd rather work for it than win the game. I want the effort, not the sudden fame. I'm clocking in to love you every day. I'm done with throwing all my coins away. Let's leave the lottery for someone else. I'm banking on the feeling of your pulse. You're the sure thing, yeah. You're the sure thing. You make the whole world sing. In the pitch black dark, just to meet me at the Central Park. You said it felt like opening your eyes, an unexpected beautiful surprise. Now we can go wherever we desire, as long as we are sitting by the fire. There's no prediction for the things we do, but I'm pretty sure I'm liking you. Clocking in the sure got a closet full of skeletons and broken promises I can't cleanse. I treated you like background noise, careless with my words and with my poise. I'm looking at the cracks along the wall, trying to make sense of the fall. I never wanted you to be the one to pay for the messy games I used to play. Before I packed my bags and disappear, there's a frequency I need you to hear. I finally found the switch to kill the dark, to fan the dying ember to a spark. I'm trading in the old version of me for the person that I really wanna be. I found the rhythm I can stick to, and the rhythm is you. Yeah, the rhythm is you. I carry all the bruises that I made, wishing I could make the memory fade. I'd catch the rain before it hits your skin, to stop the chaos that I put you in. I wanna be the shelter, not the storm, to keep you steady and to keep you warm. It's heavy on my chest, the things I did, behaving like a selfish little kid. Before I pack my bags and disappear, there's a frequency I need you to hear. I finally found the switch to kill the dark, to fan the dying ember to a spark. I'm trading in the old version of me for the person that I really wanna be. I found a rhythm I can stick to, and the rhythm is you. Yeah, the rhythm is you. Kill the dark, rhythm is you. Start new. Kill the Stepped out the front door, blinking in the light, like I've been sleeping through a 10-year night. The rain is washing off the sidewalk chalk. I'm relearning how to stand and how to walk. You were sitting there with sand in your shoes, and suddenly I had a lot to lose. My vision used to be a little gray, but everything is sharp today. I checked the map, but I don't know the route. I only know I'm figuring it out. I'm shedding skins and leaving them behind. I think my life just started at the hello. Everything before was just the intro. I'm waking up, I'm wiping off the dust, trading in the maybe for the trust. I'm glad I made it here to see your face, finally running in the human race. Yeah, I'm standing at the starting line, and the timing is divine. The highway hums a melody for you, driving hours just to see the view. You told me that you felt the sudden shift, like gravity had given you a lift. We're sitting in the kitchen drinking tea, and you are looking right across at me, saying you're happy that you stick around to see what kind of treasure we have found. I'm done with betting on a lucky break. I'd rather build the things I have to make. A steady rhythm is a better sound than waiting for the wheel to spin around. Just the intro. Guiding line defined. I use up all my fingers counting years, wiping away the boredom and the tears. I need my other hand to grab your waist. I'm addicted to the rhythm and the taste. It isn't always easy, that's a fact. We're walking on a wire, balancing the act. But when the fingers lock and heavy breathing starts, I know I'm safe inside the jagged part. The seasons change and leaves turn brown, but I am never coming down. I'm stuck inside this loop with you. I should be bored of looking at your face, but my heart is still racing in the chase. Even when the kitchen light burns out, I'm silence in the shadow of a doubt. Let the neighbors talk about the score. I don't need to keep it anymore. The paper calendars are flying through, and I'm still fixated on you. Yeah, fixated on you. Rewind the tape to dinner with your dad. The nervous sweating was really bad. Driving home, the engine humming low. I let the secret out and let it go. You sighed like you were putting down a weight, and suddenly we sealed a heavy fate, singing to the radio in the dark. The lighting of the permanent spark. The math adds up, the logic holds. The story never really molds. It just makes sense, like rain on glass, watching the seconds slowly pass. I should be bored of looking at your face, but my heart is still racing in the chase. Even when the kitchen light burns out, I'm silence in the shadow of a doubt. Let the neighbors talk about the score. I don't need to keep it anymore. The paper calendars are flying through, and I'm still fixated on you. Yeah, fixated on you. decade or two, just trying to make it through. The lonely nights were stacking up high. I didn't even have the energy to cry, but then the universe aligned the stars and healed the jagged little scars. I looked at you and I understood that life could actually be good. I found a dream that isn't in my sleep, a promise that you're gonna keep. I'm resting my head right here. I can finally exhale, drop the heavy mail. My love has come along today, washing all the gray away. I've got a thrill that I can call my own, the sweetest thing I've ever known. It's heaven sitting in this chair, knowing that you're really there. I can finally exhale. You smiled and the heavy lifting was done, like standing in the warm morning sun. Wrapped in clover, wrapped in peace, the struggle finally got a release. You are mine and the weight is through. I'm sticking like glue to you, from the lonely to the song. Yeah, my love has come along. Come along. Come along. Finally exhale, wrapped in clover. Isn't it something to behold, how a person can break the mold? Your shine is like a silver plate with all the twists of fate. If you ever feel you're drifting far, I'll remind you exactly who you are. I'm standing on the opposite shore, offering you a little more. Hand in hand we walk the street, finding the pavement with our feet. I'm trying to pull you to the light. You are the other side of me, the answer to the mystery. I was half a person till you came. Now I'm living up to my name. It's like I'm staring in a looking glass, watching the lonely moments pass. You are the other side of me, the only version I wanna be. I don't wanna lose the vibe we found, feet planted on the solid ground. The hole inside my chest is filled, the garden that we finally tilled. Tell me how to make it last, forget the shadows of the past. You were waiting in the wings, the happiness that the morning brings. You're the muse for the melody, the reason that I'm finally free. I'm saying goodbye to the guy I was, doing it all just because you are the other side of me, the answer to the mystery. I was half a person till you came. Now I'm living up to my name. It's like I'm staring in a looking glass, watching the lonely moments pass. You are the other side of me. is whipping through your hair. Life isn't playing really fair, but I've got a jacket you can borrow to shelter you from the sorrow. The night is empty and it's deep, but I am watching while you sleep. I'll hold you for a century until you finally agree. You haven't decided where to land, but I'm reaching out my hand. I knew it when I saw your face. I'd go to zero limits just for you, paint the grayest sky a shade of blue. I'd run until the pavement cracks, carrying the burden on my back. There's nothing that I'm scared to do to prove the loyalty is true. I'm crossing every single line to make you mine, to make you mine. I'd crawl across the avenue if that is what I had to do. I'd take the bruises and the hit just to make the pieces fit. The highway is a twisty road, but I can carry all the load. You haven't seen the best of me, just wait and see, just wait and see. Let the winds of change blow wild, I'm stubborn like a little child. I'm chasing down the furthest shore to give you what you're looking for. I go to zero limits just for you, paint the grayest sky a shade of blue. I'd run until the pavement cracks, carrying the burden on my back. There's nothing that I'm scared to do to prove the loyalty is true. I'm crossing every single line to make you mine. Maybe it's magic or a glitch in time, but everything is falling into rhyme. I catch a glimpse of the future view, and every pixel looks a lot like you. I wasn't looking for a brand new friend, but now I know I'm seeing through to the end. It's like a song I already knew, the melody is sticking like a glue. People say I'm jumping in too deep, talking about promises I wanna keep, but I've got the evidence inside my head. I had the blueprint of your soul before I even lost control. I knew the feeling of your space before I ever saw your face. I've been waiting in the lobby for a while just to catch the flashing of your smile. I knew the answer to the test. I loved you way before the rest. It's satisfying how the edges lock, like a key sliding in the clock. I was incomplete, a little frayed, living in the mess that I had made. But you walked in and you fixed the frame. Now everything has got a proper name. I'm finally home, I'm finally safe, locked inside the beauty of your wave. 1,000 coincidences line the road, leading me back to your abode. I am finished now that you are here. The vision is 100% clear. I had the blueprint of your soul before I even lost control. I knew the feeling of your space before I ever saw your face. I've been waiting in the lobby for a while just to catch clean, a digital ocean in between. The time zone gap is kind of wide, but I feel you right here by my side. Sending voice notes in the dark, trying to light a little spark. You're the notification that I need, the only message that I wanna read. People say the distance breaks the bone, but we build a castle of our own. We're hacking the system, you and me. I'm holding on to the winning hand. I'm in love with the one who understands. It's crazy that I get to call you mine. Da 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 da. We're walking on this lucky timeline. I'm packing up the bag to head back west, back to the friend I like the best. Yeah, holding on to the winning hand, coming in for the landing. They don't get the patience that it takes to wait until the heavy fever breaks. Every time I hang up on the call, I'm staring at the pictures on the wall, but I wait for the green light on the dash. I'm saving up the feelings like a stash. Everything we've been through in the past is building up a love that's gonna last. Static on the line, but it's okay. I'm counting down the minutes to the day. Music in the kitchen, dancing slow, the only place I really wanna go. I'm holding on to the winning hand. I'm in love with the one who understands. It's crazy that I get to call you mine. Na 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 da da da. And walking on this lucky timeline, I'm packing up the bag to head back west, back to the friend I like the best. Yeah, holding on to the winning hand, coming in for the landing. Da 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 da. Winning hand. Lucky timeline. Yeah, yeah. You're the cold side of the pillowcase, the slow pace of a Sunday space. You're the brakes when I'm speeding up, the coffee in my favorite cup. You act like you don't know the score, but I see you checking at the door. Don't play the humble card with me, I know exactly what I see. The world is noisy and it's loud, lost inside a heavy cloud, but you cut through the static noise. You're the whole script, you're the plot, the only solid thing I've got. Through the chaos and the messy days, you're the sun breaking through the haze. Every note I try to sing, yeah, you're the reason for everything, everything. You're the playlist on a long drive, the reason that I feel alive. You're the secret that I wanna keep, the dream I see before I sleep. I pinch my arm to make it real, this dizzy way you make me feel. I'm just a guy who got the prize. I see the answer in your eyes. The world is noisy and it's loud, lost inside a heavy cloud. You're the whole script, you're the plot, the only solid thing I've got. Through the chaos and the messy days, you're the sun breaking through the haze. Every note I try to sing, everything, everything. My chest is beating like a drum, thinking about the things to come. I'm scared to jump, scared to fly, but then I look into your eye, and every fear dissolves like smoke. I'm waking up from a heavy joke. We're standing on the edge of the cliff, but I don't need to ask what if. Inches turn into a mile. I've been waiting for a while. I died a little every day you were gone. I loved you long before I knew your name. Like a moth looking for the flame. Don't be afraid, we've been here before, walking through the open door. I love you for 1,000 years or more, until we wash up on the shore. It's ancient history, you and me. I loved you long before I knew your name. The beauty standing in the light, making everything look right. I won't let the moment pass. Sand is falling in the glass. Every breath I ever took was writing pages in this book. I'm stepping close, I'm moving in, feeling the magic on my skin. Time brought your heart to mine, following a hidden line. I believed I'd find you here after every single year. I loved you long before I knew your name. Like a moth looking for the flame. Don't be afraid, we've been here before, walking through the open door. I'll love you for 1,000 years or more, until we wash up on the shore. It's ancient history, you and me. I loved you long before I knew your name. I loved you long before I knew your name. Knew your name, ancient history, 1,000 years. Our coast is jumping in my neck, checking our composure, doing the check. I'm scared to slip, scared to break. I'ma feel like in a person take. But then I see you standing there alone, and the panic to fake a heavy stone. The noise in my head begins to fade. I'm not shaking, I'm not afraid. Closing the gap across the floor. I'm not waiting anymore. The distance is shrinking down the nail. I didn't hold them up for a century. Waiting for the moment you get to me. Don't worry, baby, we're okay. I lived a lifetime just for this day. I've loved you since before the start. I get to be your mom inside my heart. Yeah, holding my breath for a century, just to have you next to me. The clock is frozen on the wall, nothing else matters at all. I'm gathering the courage to be real, to show you exactly what I feel. Every second, every single hour, leading up to this specific hour. Across the night, I'm leaning in, letting the timeline begin. Closing the gap across the floor. I'm not waiting anymore. I've been holding my breath for a century, waiting for the moment you get to me. Don't worry, baby, we're have you next to me. Since before the start, next to me. I spent 1,000 days staring at the gray, waiting for the static in my head to go away, just to loop a lonely, playing on repeat, walking with the shadows trailing at my feet. But then you walk through the sliding door, and I don't feel the heavy weather anymore. The forecast changed in a blink of an eye. I see the blue breaking open the sky. I was wrapped up in a blanket of cold, getting used to the stories I told about being alone. And just like that, the noise stopped, the penny finally dropped. I found a dream that talks back to me, a real life capability. I'm pressing my luck right up to your face. I finally found my parking place. Yeah, the noise stopped. The noise stopped. You smiled and the glitch got fixed, like a perfect track that finally got mixed. No more talking to the empty air. I reach out my hand and I find you there. We're sitting in the heaven of a quiet room, sweeping out the dust and the gloom. You're mine, yeah, you're finally mine, right on time. Parking place talks back to me. The noise stopped. I stumbled on a rhythm from my chest. Follow me, let's put the heart to the test. I found a girl with sugar in her veins. We were reckless, running in the lanes. Just a couple kids playing the game. Didn't even know the rules or the name. But I'm locking down the exit door. I'm not looking for an exit anymore. Kiss me like the tempo is slowed down. You're the only solid thing in town. Through the window of my eye, I see the stars inside your sky. We're swaying in the pitch black. No shoes, just the grass and the track. The playlist shuffling our favorite tune underneath the heavy winter moon. You say you look like a disaster zone, but I'm looking at the best thing I've known. Yeah, in this dim light, you look exactly right. It found a woman with a spine of steel. She handles everything I really feel. We're building castles out of thin air. I hope we fill the rooms up over there with little versions of the two of us, making a beautiful and happy fuss. We're still young, but we're betting high against the limit of the open sky. Exactly right. Pitch black, sugar in her veins. sweetest melody I ever found. Dive in the water, let the river flow. I never knew that you were waiting though. We were children playing with the fire, burning with an innocent desire. But I ain't giving up the ghost today. I'm here to stay, yeah, I'm here to stay. Kiss me steady, take it nice and slow. Your heart is the only place I go, reflecting all the love I have inside. I'm dancing with you in the midnight air, with nothing but the wind inside your hair. Toes sinking in the cooling grass, praying that the moment doesn't pass. You think you're messy, but you've got it wrong. You are the lyrics to the favorite song. I'm unworthy of the sight, but you are flawless in the night, yeah. Flawless in the night. I found a partner who is tough and strong. She knows exactly where we both belong, sharing the pillow and the heavy dreams, stitching up the ripping of the seams, carrying the weight of what will be a legacy for everyone to see. We're fighting battles, but we're winning too. It's gonna be okay for me and you. Flawless midnight air, here to stay. Hand the keys over to the younger crowd. Let them speak their happy truth out loud. They got a fire that we used to know. Let's water all the seeds and let them grow. If we show them they're the kings and queens, they'll navigate the terrifying scenes. A little pride is armor for the soul, to keep them steady when they lose control. I look for a giant to lead the way, but giants have feet made out of clay. I was standing in a solitary spot, realizing I'm the only friend I've got. I'm switching into hero mode today, doing things exactly my own way. The greatest romance is the one within, learning to be comfortable in your skin. It's easy once you finally realize the power is right there behind your eyes. I'm loving every single broken part. That's the greatest work of art, yeah, the greatest work of art. Yeah, the greatest work of art. The gravity feels double what it should. I'm sinking into the hardwood. The battery is blinking on the red. Too many loud noises in my head, so I just mute the world and sit right here, waiting for the static to clear, until you walk into the messy room and sweep away the heavy afternoon. You sit beside me on the floor. I don't feel the pressure anymore. You lend me all the energy I lack. You pull me up to see the view. I'm standing taller because of you. I'm walking over puddles in the street, finding the rhythm in my feet. I'm riding on your shoulders through the crowd, head inside the lining of the cloud. I'm bigger than the person in the mirror. Yeah, I love the view from here. When the water rises to my chin and I don't know where to begin, you act like a ladder in the dark, remember how to smile. It's crazy how the landscape rearranges just because a little changes. See the view taller. On your shoulders. Is heavy on a simple band. I trace the lifeline written on your hand. It takes a lot of grit to stay in love when push comes to the inevitable shove. It's not a movie script, it's messy work, navigating every single quirk. But when the evening settles on the floor, I realize I want you even more. History is stacking on the shelf. To focus on the good in you. The butterflies should be asleep by now, but they are waking up somehow. Even on the nights we fall apart, you're the keeper of my heavy heart. Let the mystery remain unsolved. Whatever problems we evolved after the wreckage and the din, I'm still leaning in. Yeah, I'm still leaning in. That night we drove across the city limit. I knew that I was finally in it. Meeting the family, shaking in my boots, planning the very first of all the routes. I told you that I loved you in the car. You looked at me like I was a star. We sang the melody until the end, my lover and my very best friend. Some things are facts that don't depend on how much money that we spend. It makes sense in the morning light, it makes sense in the dead of night. The butterflies should be asleep by now, but they are waking up somehow. Even on the nights we fall apart, you're the keeper of my heavy heart. Let the mystery remain unsolved. Whatever problems we evolved after the wreckage and the din, I'm still leaning in. Yeah, I'm still leaning in. Leaning in, I see work asleep by now. You're an original print, one of a kind, but you mess with the logic of my mind. I stare at you and I see the truth, the missing chapter of my youth. I can't evolve without your point of view. I love the way I change when I'm with you. If I could freeze the clock today, I watch you in the replay. We got a pocket full of golden coins, meeting where the river joins. There isn't a map we can't decode. It's perfect symmetry. You're looking back at me. I couldn't be a giant on my own. I needed you to sit upon the throne. It's crystal clear, the water is blue. Two reflections turning into two. It's perfect symmetry. is looking back at me. I'm locking eyes with the other side. There isn't anywhere left to hide. The vacancy is rented out. We deleted every single doubt. Show me how to keep the fire lit. Now that the pieces finally fit. It was simple once I did the math. You were walking on the same path. Yesterday is paper in the trash. Tomorrow is a mystery to hash. Just keep your focus locked on mine. We're walking on the borderline. It's perfect symmetry. You're looking back at me. I couldn't be a giant on my own. I needed you to sit upon the throne. It's crystal clear, the water is blue. Two reflections turning into two. It's perfect symmetry. My other half is looking back at me. Looking back at me. Symmetry, you are the one. I started walking with a hole in my shoe, navigating cracks in the avenue, tripping over sidewalk lines, misreading every single warning sign. I was spinning in a circle, getting dizzy, wondering why the universe was busy. I couldn't see the pattern in the gray, or that the stumbling was the only way. I look back at the jagged line. Every failure was a grand design. The shadows were just pointing to the light. Every dead end street led me right to your feet. The detours and the rainy days were guiding me through all the maze. Others let me down, they let me go, just to teach me what I needed to know. I'm thankful for the messy ground. Yeah, I blessed the long way round. Yeah, I blessed the long way round. I wish I could refund the wasted time, the years I spent waiting for a chime. But you just squeeze my fingers tight and tell me that it's gonna be alright. The puzzle pieces fit inside the frame. You whisper it was worth it when you say my name. The map was ripped, the compass broken too, but somehow it was pointing north to you. I look back at the jagged line. Every failure was a grand design. Every dead end street led me right to your feet. The detours and the rainy days were guiding me through all the maze. Others let me down, they let me go, just to teach me what I needed to know. I'm thankful for the messy ground. Yeah, I bless the long way round. You're the ticket to the midnight show, the city lights starting to glow, the sudden breeze on a summer night, making everything feel right. You play it cool, you look away, but I track the words you wanna say. You're the glint upon the diamond ring, the joy that makes the winter spring. Walking through the crowded street, you're the only one I wanna meet. Life coin inside the machine, the vivid color in the scene, a rocket ship to outer space, memorizing every trace. I can't believe I hold your hand, walking on the golden sand. Whatever happens will be fine, as long as I can call you mine. La 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 la, singing to the moon, dancing in the afternoon. Crazy life, crazy times, you're the partner in my crimes. You are the melody, you are the beat that's in me, sweet in a world that's going off the rails. You're the wind inside my sails, every lyric, every rhyme. You're the master of my time, you're the sugar rush, the real thing. You are my everything, real thing, master of my time, everything. Scrolling through the archives in my head, the reckless things we did and said, running lights and making noise, just a couple of broken toys. We were spinning out on the highway, doing it the hard way, but nothing's gonna pull you out the door. I've seen the movie scene before. We cut the credits and we faded black, there ain't no going back. I'm addicted to the peace we found. You're the only thing that makes sense. I'm dropping every single defense. When you curl up in the sheets, it skips a couple of beats. I'm pinching my arm just to check your breath against my neck. It feels like we made it to the afterlife. Yeah, the afterlife. One person in a billion faces can take you to the highest places, pick you up off of the floor when you can't take it anymore. I've got a dictionary full of words, but they're flying off like startled birds. So I'll just hold you while the record plays, navigate the haze. I was waiting on a ghost train, standing in the pouring rain, looking for a ticket out, full of fear and full of doubt. You're the only thing that makes sense. I'm dropping every single defense. When you curl up in the sheets, it skips a couple of beats. I'm pinching my arm just to check your breath against my neck. It feels like we made it to the afterlife. Yeah, the afterlife. Yeah, the I walked a narrow alley in the dark, trying hard to find a little spark. Got lost in the middle of the town, watching all my castles falling down. I couldn't read the writing on the wall, didn't know the purpose of the fall. Every dream that drifted out of you cracks in the floor. I don't regret the stumbling anymore. The universe was plotting for a while to bring me to the safety of your smile. This much I know, deep in the bone, I wasn't really walking all alone. God bless the chaos and the plan to put me in the center of your hand. I wanna give you back the time I lost, pay you back for every single cause. But you say the journey makes us sweet. Without the bitter we are incomplete. You've been waiting patiently for this, the healing power of a morning kiss. It's grander than the things I tried to schemes, better than my wildest dreams. Rolling in, the journey ends. My lover and my very best of friends. I'm home at last, I'm locking up the gate, thanking every twist of fate. I'm grateful for the cracks in the floor. I don't regret the stumbling anymore. The universe was plotting for a while to bring me to the safety of your smile. This much I know, deep in the bone, I wasn't really walking all alone. God bless the chaos and the plan to put me in the center of your hand. Center of your hand. Master plan, bless the Hand the keys over to the younger crowd. Let them speak their happy truth out loud. They've got a fire that we used to know. Let's water all the seeds and let them grow. If we show them they're the kings and queens, they'll navigate the terrifying scenes. A little pride is armor for the soul, to keep them steady when they lose control. I look for a giant to lead the way. Giants have feet made out of clay. I was standing in a solitary spot, realizing I'm the only friend I've got. I'm switching into hero mode today, doing things exactly my own way. The greatest romance is the one within, learning to be comfortable in your skin. It's easy once you finally realize the power is right there behind your eyes. I'm loving every single broken part. That's the greatest work of art. Yeah, the greatest work of art. I'm stepping out from underneath the shade. I'm done with being quiet and afraid. Win or lose, I'm owning every score. I'm not asking for permission anymore. You can try to strip the walls all bare, but my self-respect is staying there. Because I found the secret to the game, and it's learning how to love your name. And if you find yourself alone at night without a single guiding light, just look inward for the spark and light a candle in the dark. I'm switching into hero mode today, doing things exactly my own way. The greatest romance is the one within, learning to be comfortable in your skin. It's easy once you finally realize the power is right there behind your eyes. I'm loving every single broken part. That's the greatest work of art. the truth is loud, like sunshine breaking through a heavy cloud. I see my future sitting in your chair. It's undeniable that you are there. It goes beyond the physical appeal. It's something heavy, something I can't feel. My best friend waiting in the wings, the happiness that the arrival brings. It sounds a little bit insane to say that I've been loving you since yesterday, even though we met this afternoon. I loved you in the quiet and the dark, long before the lighting of the spark. I think I pulled you from a vivid dream, stitched you perfectly into the seam. I've been standing at the station for a life, just to cut the tension with a knife. I knew I loved you, it's a fact. Before we made the final pact, I loved you in the quiet. There is no reason, only just a rhyme, a serendipity of place and time. The missing pieces falling on the floor, I'm not searching for them anymore. I found my way back to the open door. I'm grounded on the solid shore. This is the feeling of a job well done, the setting of the golden sun. Angels are busy working overtime, making sure the poetry will rhyme. I am full up to the very brim, singing out the lover's hymn. I loved you in the quiet and the dark, long before the lighting of the spark. I think I pulled you from a vivid dream, stitched you perfectly into the seam. I've been standing at the station for a life, just to cut the tension with a knife. I knew I loved you, it's a fact. Before we made the final pact, I loved you in the quiet. In the quiet, pulled you from a tree. It's a fact. I don't know if I ever said it out loud, but back then I was lost inside the crowd. My tongue was tied, I couldn't make a sound, just staring at my sneakers on the ground. But the puzzle clicked, the pieces fit. I knew right then that this was it, the missing part I finally found, turning my whole world. I'm making a promise to the air to treat you with a fragile care. I'm freezing time right in this place. The room goes quiet when you walk the floor. I've never seen a light like this before. You're wrapped in ivory and lace, a gentle sun upon your face until the clock runs out of time. I'm gonna claim you as my prime. You steal the breath right out of me. You're the best thing I will ever see. Yeah, wrapped in ivory and lace, a golden ring to seal the deal. It's crazy that this part is real. You are the logic and the rhyme, the only master of my time. I mean the words I'm writing down. Whatever smile, whatever frown, I'm sticking by your side today, and every single coming day. Imagine a miniature of you running around the avenue with the same color in her eyes, searching for her own prize. And when she finds a love that's true, we'll have to let her pass on through, walking like you. The room goes quiet when you walk the floor. I've never seen a light like this before. You're wrapped in ivory and lace, a gentle sun upon your face until the clock runs out of time. I'm gonna claim you as my prime. You steal the breath right out of me. You're the best thing I will ever see. Wrapped in ivory and lace. Wrapped in ivory and lace. Best thing I'll see tonight. The evening starts a little slow, watching the makeup process go. You brush the blonde until it shines, blurring out the worry lines. Does this look okay on me? You ask it so innocently. I smile because I know the truth. You're the fountain of my youth. We make an entrance at the hall. I'm feeling 10 feet tall just to have you on my arm. My darling, you are wonderful to see. A masterpiece standing next to me. But the best part is the end of the night, when we turn off every single light. You guide me when I'm feeling weak. Kiss the tired on the cheek. I'm grateful for the glamorous view, but I love the quiet side of you. I overdid it with the wine. My head is hurting, not so fine. I hand the keys across the sea. We leave the music and the heat. You guide the car along the lane. Never once do you complain. Help me settle into rest. That's when I know I'm truly blessed. All before turn off the lights. Watch the kids drawing on the pavement squares. Messy hair and not a single care. We gotta tell them that they're made of gold before they get too cynical and old. Show them the magic that they carry around before the world tries to beat them down. Listen to the giggles in the yard. It reminds me when life wasn't hard. I spent a decade looking at the screen, searching for a savior in the scene. But every poster ended up in shreds, just a lonely noise inside my head. So I stopped waiting for a hand to hold. I finally made a truce with who I am. I don't need a witness or a diagram. They can take the money and the fame, but they can never take away my name. I found the biggest love inside my chest, putting all the insecurity to rest. Yeah, I'm the person in the glass, and this feeling separate track, and I ain't ever gonna look back. If I stumble or I win the prize, at least I did it with my own two eyes. No shadow